Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'll be getting a budget from doing some Doordashing and UberEats, and then showing you how to manage our personal finance. It's important not just to make money, but also to manage our personal finance so that we can keep our personal life under control. So I'm also going to be testing out an idea for an off-peak time. It's 5:20 right now, and I'm just starting off catching the dinner shift, but I will be working until 12 o'clock, and from 9 to 12 is an off-peak time. Not a lot of money can be made during that period of time, but I think that if I try out this new idea, then we can potentially either find out that this is going to work or is not, and we'll just use that data point to try to keep continuously testing new ideas and being productive with our time. So right off the bat, I get a triple stacked order. While I'm waiting at Ballard Pizza Company, I get a double stacked order from UberEats, which the two restaurants are across the street from each other. And I actually regret taking this last one because it's 3 miles, and that's just way too far. I feel like at the time I thought it was just so close, and so I accepted it. But in the future, I probably wouldn't accept this. Following that, I just get consecutive short orders, and that's able to keep me at a really high pace for this dinner shift. Looking at around 4 orders every hour, so that's pretty solid pace. If I wanted to get the bigger money, I would have to get lucky and get the triple stacked order. So that first one is just the only one I got, and after that it wasn't anything like those stacked orders, just consecutive orders. So we're headed back to the hotspot. I drove over to the suburb area where there's not really any restaurants, the Magnolia area, and usually I accept orders from here because the houses are really nice here. So I expect, well, I don't expect, there's a chance that there's going to be a higher tip for these wealthy individuals. They're spreading the love out here. And I also rejected a couple of decent orders where it's like about $10 for a round trip, but they're from fast food restaurants. So like McDonald's, Subway, those are two that I rejected for a round trip of $10. I decided to reject those. I reject those during dinner time because people don't tend to tip extra for fast food. If you go to any restaurant that's not fast food, maybe like a Thai restaurant or something, there's a chance that they'll tip higher if it's from a nicer restaurant that I've seen. This is just from pure observation. So that's the type of orders that I take during the dinner shift. I'm doing okay. I'm getting pretty back-to-back orders. Just this drive back, I'm definitely not getting anything since I drove so decently far out. But that's okay. I expected that. That's what I accepted when I slap the order button, click the order button. So let's see if we can keep on this pace and make some money. All right, strap in. This has never happened to me before, but I get a order for $13.50 at Salt and Straw, an ice cream place. I should be able to get in and get out. And then while I was doing that, I get another order for $12.30. So altogether, close to over $25, and I should be able to complete it in 30 minutes. But I get sent to the wrong address. The customer put in the wrong address.
Hello?
I got your ice cream. Uber Eats.
I'm not sure that's the right house.
Yeah. For Stephen K. Is that right?
Hang on one sec.
Yeah?
Hi, for Stephen K.
No.
No? There's your address, right?
That is, but that is not our food.
Okay, well.
Come on.
All right, I'll give them a call. No problem.
Sorry. Oh, you know what, Steven?
Stephen K.
There's a Steven next door. I'm trying to think what his last name is. You can check next door.
Okay. Okay, thank you. No problem.
New message from Stephen K. Next door.
Hello, Steve. No problem. And when the customer put in the wrong address, it's okay because I was able to just swing over next door because that's where they really were. And so I continue on. The dinner shift is nothing too big to highlight. Mainly consecutive, a few double stacked orders, but for the most part, that was basically it. It was just very smooth sailing. Nothing too stressful. Normally, I don't even listen to music because it gets too hectic. But this time, I feel like it wasn't too bad at all. So it's 9:20 right now. That means we're 4 hours in, and I'm at $170 more or less. So I made over $40 an hour pretty easily, I would say. I didn't get any of the good stuff where I get a triple stack, a double stack from one app, and then another stack on top of that. So I mean, I've gotten those previous times, but not today. But besides that, $40 an hour, that's fantastic. Now we're gonna go try out my idea, which is I'm gonna go switch to a different zone where there are a lot of pizza restaurants, and I feel like I can get good tips on and get good size orders from those places. The only thing is a trade-off is the pizza places are pretty slow. So we're gonna just check out this idea and see what kind of results we can get, and then hopefully we can apply this idea in the future. As I'm making my way down to a different zone, the Central Seattle zone, I get a couple orders from, what do you know, pizza places. So of course I gotta accept these orders and make a good, decent payout for each of these types of orders. I get one with where I have to deliver alcohol with it, a bottle of Chardonnay, and besides that, I make it to the Central Seattle zone, and it turns out to be not too bad in terms of not just having to go to pizza places. I actually was getting decent orders overall from non-pizza places. The only bad part was that there's also a Dash Mart there, and the Dash Mart there was I was just blowing up my phone, and the orders there were horrendous. So I'm just constantly rejecting those. Other than that, I think that's what the game plan is from now on. Just going down to Central Seattle or jumping zones and getting orders from a different area. Okay, so to do a budget recap and check to see how much money we made. We made $92.52 before we jumped zones, and then we jumped zones and made $10.75. And then for Uber Eats, made $122.75 for a total of $226.02, and that's in 5 hours and 30 minutes. So that's an awesome pace. Overall, probably a little over $40 an hour, and that's what is to be expected for the dinner shift. But because of the 2 extra off-peak times, that makes it phenomenal because they're off-peak times, and I just kept the pace going. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do with this money is talk about how I'll use it for in terms of personal finance. With $226, that's 5 months of gym membership at $45 a month. And it can range. You can probably find deals here and there. But for me, I go to a gym for that amount, and I look for a gym that's not too crowded, obviously, because I want to be able to rotate through my machines. And then I also, in particular, am looking for a gym with a pool so that I can just continuously to practice and develop my swimming skills. I think that's one of the important skills to have so that you can apply it to your outdoor activities that we'll be doing on this channel. Something else is that overall, your health is really important. Over a span of a year, if you just stay healthy, you can save about $2,500 according to studies. When I was younger and I was job shadowing, people who were just pre-diabetic just did not give a rat's ass about their health, and they ended up having to get insulin because they developed diabetes, and it just costs you a lot of money. So that's something to think about. If you enjoy the content of this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.